Hearts found their title hopes carried in the wind as they were blown off course on the Murray Firth. Difficult playing conditions for both sides, with Callie Thistle adapting better and Craig Gordon opening up an invitation for Russell Duncan to have a go. The Hearts keeper back quickly enough to recover. Hearts were looking for 3 points to keep up pressure on Celtic, while hoping for a favour from City rivals Hibs the following day. So a degree of frustration for Takis Fisas when his header was clawed away by Mark Brown. It's been a tough baptism into management for Charlie Christie, and the Cali boss could well do without his players gifting chances to the opposition. It was Brown to the rescue again to deny Roman Bednar, and he let his teammates know exactly how he felt. Goals have been scarce between these two, with just one scored in the previous 2 games this season. Callie Thistle's goal cause wasn't helped by the fact that Dennis Winus had to be kept out of the side due to an agreement with Hearts. Hustling and hard work from Davidas Chesnauskis almost opened the door for the visitors, setting up the chance for last week's hero Roman Bednar, but the man who scored the winner against Livingston was unable to supply a finish this time. But he could supply a reason why the ball wasn't played wide to Chris Hackett. With 3 players called up to the Scotland Futures squad, confidence is high at the Caledonian Stadium. It's certainly an indication they're doing something right at the club, and they seem to do everything right in the move that saw the ball teed up for Richie Hart. Confident goalkeeping from Craig Gordon. Hart seems to be improving every week. A run in the team has helped him get back to previous form, and had it not been for the reflexes of the Hearts keeper, he would surely have scored. The run complemented by the through ball. To be honest, he probably should have put it into the net. Credit to the keeper for the save in what was becoming a nervy afternoon for Hearts. They weren't at their best in beating Livingston last week, and not at their best here again. Craig Dargo allowed to elude 2 defenders, and Hart had another close-up view of Gordon's skills. Once again, Hart in a goal-scoring position, beaten only by an on-form goalkeeper. Callie, without a win in the last 4 home games, were looking to give their supporters something. Although when Ross Tokley crossed for Graham Bain, the touch from the number 9 was hardly enough to trouble Gordon. Hearts aren't the first and won't be the last side to find life difficult in the Highland capital, and there was more work for their defence as Bain was once more the target. And there was more power in the header this time, but no direction. It's been a lean time for the striker, whose last goal came back in November. This was certainly no classic, but the kind of game where one goal might have won points that would mean so much to both sides. Hearts looking to consolidate second spot at least, while Callie have eyes on a top 6 place. And in these days of overprotected keepers, Kevin Toner allowed play to go on when Mark Brown was challenged by Bednar. The Callie players, you can be sure, would have complained a whole lot more had the ball ended up in the net. A challenge of a different kind left a sorry end to the afternoon for Hearts and for Jamie McAllister. Richie Hart winning the ball, but McAllister came off worst in the tackle, leaving it a day Hearts will want to forget.
Well, after that, Andy, it's Super Sunday. We've got Hearts against Rangers at 12:30, and after that the CIS Cup final at 3, but Hearts-Rangers first.
Yeah, it's a mouth-watering game, and I think it's big enough to say that if Hearts win it, I'm sure they'll go on and clinch that second place. But I think Hugh was right earlier when he mentioned that it was a test of Hearts' mettle. It is, because if they lose that, I can see Rangers taking the second place.
A win apiece in previous league meetings this season. Home win, home win.
And I think a home win coming up on Sunday as well. I believe that finishing second in the league and getting into the Champions League qualifiers is more important to Hearts than winning the Scottish Cup.
It must be a huge incentive on their home ground. They can effectively kill off Rangers' challenge for second, Andy.
Well, that's what Rangers were looking for, a wee slip up from Hearts. It's now down to 6 points. I think they feel as though with the games left they can probably bounce back from that. And it's that type of form, their European form, which I think Rangers will be looking for. And if they put on that type of display, I can see Rangers winning there.
And despite their huge pool and despite that horrendous wind up at Inverness at the weekend, they were missing 4 key players, Hugh.
Yeah, you can't take Jankowskis and Rudy Scatchell out of the team with Brelly and Stephen Pressley and not miss them. And I think all 4 will come back against Rangers. And so long as you have Craig Gordon in that kind of form in goal with home advantage, you must have a chance.
Yeah, I mean, but they have such a big pool, Andy, that's the point, and yet they couldn't really cover for the loss of those 4 players.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's down to any form at all. It's who wants it most. And as we saw there with Hibs and Celtic, I think the Old Firm tend to have this winning mentality when it really counts. I've been very impressed with Hearts this season, but their biggest test is undoubtedly